Giving all praises to the Most High, the Master of the universe, Yahuwah Sabaoth, the El Elyon Adonai, Hosanna in the highest, the great I am that I am. Peace be upon your family. Yah Shalom to you all on this beautiful Sunday. I want to bring you the part 2 of this video I just released. Shout out to all of you who have already checked it out, at least seen it and see what the video is about. There is no Torah without tarot. There is no such thing, When you know where the history begins, how it begins, you can have a better understanding of how it ends. In the Gospel of Thomas, that's one of my favorite books to read, and this is my favorite phrase. Have you understood the beginning that you look for the end? A lot of times we have the wrong perspective on something. That's because we have not been exposed to everything, right? Scripture says you know in part, prophesy in part, everything in part, because you don't have the whole. You live in the flesh, you live in the body. This is the reason why the Most High says, leave the earth for a moment and come to me in spirit. So which means that you have an opportunity to cross over so you can see a whole picture. While you're here on the earth, you have an opportunity to open up a portal and be in awe of the Most High's glory, His power, His beauty. And you have the opportunity to have the secrets being revealed to you, either in a dream, in the second stick. Most High says, the ministration of the Spirit have not finished. Angels are still ministering. You are still having visions. As a matter of fact, there's a sister who emailed me. As she was watching my video, she went into some type of out of body experience. And in this vision she was having, certain things happened in the vision. And when she woke up, the video was exactly where she left it. Okay? It was exactly where she left it. This sister lives down south. Another sister emailed my wife. She was watching another video of mine, and she went into an out of body experience, and she experienced something different than the other sister. They don't know each other, two different videos. And when she woke up, the video was not on pause. It was exactly where she left it. You understand what I'm saying to you? So time uh time was suspended for them during that experience that they were having. They probably closed their eyes for a moment and they saw what they needed to say, just like what they needed to see. They saw it in a flash. To them, it felt forever. To them, it felt like they slept a whole night. To them, it felt like 30 minutes. When they woke up, they saw not it. The video never went forward. It was exactly where they left it. Since we are here in this visions, so let me share with you two of my visions before we do and continue this lesson. You can definitely fast forward this if you don't want to hear what I have to say. All right, because the video, by the time you receive this, the information will be here. You can just go ahead, fast forward to the information. But we're here to have some fun. We're here to have some fun. I have a gift of dreaming. All right, there's not a night that I don't dream, and I dream a lot. So, two dreams I had, not last night, actually, maybe 4 or 5 days now. The first dream is this. By the way, I'm recording on my headphones, so hopefully it sounds okay. I don't have my mic right now. I don't know. I'm missing a plug or something. In this first dream, I walked into a stadium that is supposed to be a church. So let's just say it's a mega church. It's a mega church. My wife was standing at the entrance waiting for me. As I'm walking in, I'm talking to my wife at the entrance of this mega church. I told my wife, hold on right there. Let me go and wash my hands. I walked to a bathroom that is right across from the entrance. With the door open, I'm washing my hands. As I'm washing my hands, I noticed a Caucasian male walked in the church and he stood inside the church at the entrance of the church, a little past my wife. And I heard him say he has to smoke a cigarette before he starts the the sermon. As I was washing my hands, I heard him say that, and I immediately left the water running, and I went right up to him and I said, "What did you say? You gonna smoke a cigarette before you start the sermon?" When I said that to him, I walked away from him. I walked down. You know, when you walk in a church, a big church, you're walking down the hall, not the hall, inside the church, down in the aisle. That's the word. I leave him alone. I left him standing there. I walked down the aisle. To my left, there was about 200, maybe a whole bunch of people, 150 to 200 black women, just black women. They were all in the church spirit. Mind you, this is a stadium like church. It's filled with people. I can't even begin to tell you how many people in this church. I told the women on my left, ladies, leave the church right now. I said, leave right now. They said to me, no, we're not leaving. As they answered me and they said, no, we're not leaving, I felt extremely emotional in my spirit and I began to tear in the dream. And I felt very, very sad. As I'm feeling emotional and sad, I felt a surge of power came over me. I said, ladies, leave. They said, no, we're not leaving. Family, I put both my hands up inside the stadium, the church like stadium. I said, in the name of the Most High Power, the El Elyon Adonai Sabaoth, Yahuwah Elohanu, the great I am that I am, Hosanna in the highest. Fall. When I said that, and I said fall, the entire left side where the ladies were fell down and they dropped dead on the spot. The people started to panic. A few of them started to run. They're running, they're getting the hell out of Dodge. I walked further in this stadium slash church. I walked further in and I put my hands up. I said, thunder, lightning, rain, come down. Family, thunder was inside the church, lightning was inside the church, rain was inside the church, wind was inside the church, not outside. People were running in frenzy, getting the hell out of Dodge. Everybody just running away. They don't want to die. When that happens, I walked further into the church. Now I find myself in the center of the church, and there were at least half or less than half of the people still in the church. I put my hands up and I looked at each one and I pointed at each one. I said, if you stay, you die. If you stay, you die. If you stay, you die. As I said that, I can hear all of their voices in my head. And I heard them say, oh, we can stay. We can't take the chances. We saw what he just did. You saw what he just did. We're not gonna take the chances and stay. We saw what he just did. So everybody started to get up and they walked out the church. Everybody, as they're walking out the church, I walked up to a stairs that's on the outside of the church, and I'm standing up top looking down, and I'm seeing everybody walking out the church from every exit. The entire church slash stadium was empty. The ladies, they died because they did not want to leave. And I was extremely emotional as I said that. The power came over me when they told me no, they did not want to leave. They died right where they were. The other people got hit up with the voices of thundering, the voices of lightning, the voices of the winds, okay, and the rain. So you have all the angels inside a church terrifying these people. And when I told them that they're gonna die if they don't leave, they clear out the church. Something has happened in the dream which is irrelevant to this message, so I won't mention that. That's one dream. If this dream somehow applies to anybody in the walk, if you are still in the church, if you still think it's a joke that you're still going to a church, listening to a pastor, if you're not trying to work out your own salvation with reverence, not with fear, not with trembling, with reverence, with awe, with deep respect for the Most High, if you still feel that you need to go and listen to some guy who have taken oaths to lie to you in your face, hmm, who's using sorcery right there in the church in your face, if you still feel that way, well, sister, brother, I have a message for you from the great I am that I am. You will die right where you at. You will go in this church one day, you will not come out. A spirit will come in there. Just as I walked in that church as a spirit will come in there and will kill you. I'm just letting you know how it's going to go down. If the shoe fits, wear it. This is not to scare you. This is to let you know what time it is. This is the first dream. Actually, this was the second dream. This, what I'm about to tell you, was the first dream. And I had those dreams back to back. On one day, I had this one. On the next day, I had the one I just told you. Here's the first one, which is the second one now. I'm standing in this dream. A group of people came to me and said to me, "You are now an officer of the state. You are now an officer of the state." Just like that. Immediately when they said that to me, I felt powerful. Immediately on instant, I felt a surge of power and I had a massive, I'm saying a massive weapon on my waist. I don't know if it was a gun or whatever it was. It was a massive weapon on my waist and it was shining. So, and they said that to me, they left. Immediately I felt powerful. As I'm walking, when I felt the surge of power, I immediately had a target. I had someone that I had to go and apprehend. Once again, it was a Caucasian male. And he started to run. He running because he knows I'm coming for him. I'm walking, he's running. As I'm walking, I notice everybody who's looking at me are afraid of what they are seeing. I don't know what they see, but I know I felt the power. I don't know what they see when they were looking at me. I saw everybody was afraid, were afraid to look at me, and they were shrinking away. And the white guy was running. I walked after him, and he's running. And he actually walked up a very large, um, not a hill, ledge, and he jumped off the ledge, so I wouldn't catch him. And that's the first dream. And then the next day, I had the other dream where I was in the church. So I just want to share with you guys these dreams. If it applies to any one of you, I know the first one, the one I just told you, is probably just personal to me. But pay attention to your dreams. Remember, in the book of knowledge, the big purple book that I be bringing out once in a while, it says, "Greater ones will come to you. Greater ones will come to you." Right? Every day, a new gift is added to you. So pay attention to your dreams. You're gonna have dreams, and you're gonna get promotions. You're gonna get promotions as you are elevating yourself in this walk. In as you're going deeper in your relationship with the Most High, you're gonna have certain dreams where angels, messengers, emissaries of light are sent to you as a child of light to give you some type of download, to reveal to you something that you've been praying about, that you've been pondering upon, that you've been considering, that you have been meditating upon. The Most High, the power, the master of the universe, your creator, your framer, your shaper, the architecton, will send you answers that you've been looking for, answers that you've questions that you've asked 15, 10, 20 years ago. You're going to start receiving answers to these questions because there's no such thing as time for the Most High. The Most High was just waiting on you to wake up, right? He was just waiting on you to wake up. As such, it is time for us to go beyond the simple teachings about Christ. Okay, we go back to Hebrews 6 and we say, let us move beyond the simple teachings about Christ. Let us move beyond these simple teachings. Let us grow up as followers of the way. Let us grow up as knowers. We don't believe in anything. We know what time it is. We know the Most High. We don't believe the Most High is true. We know He is the truth. We know He is Emet. We know He is Ikad. We know He is one. We know we are the roses, and we know He is the stem. We know what time it is. Let us move beyond the simpleton tales. Let us move beyond and grow up. And grow up. Let's not grow down. Let's grow up. Let's grow up beyond the simple teachings about Christ. So today we're going to go in part 2 of this lesson, and we're going to begin on page 191. We're going to go begin on page 191. So many more information you need to receive from this video, and it will help you. It will edify your spirit. Shout out to all of you for checking it out. Okay, and the whole point is for you to learn something, and whatever it is that you picked up from the video, go research it. Okay, that's the whole point. You have to go research something that have been already searched. You go and add your take on it. See what the master of the universe revealed to you, and bring back to the conversation. Please don't ask me to explain anything. No, Abdullah is not here to explain. Abdullah is here to share information. If you have a question, right, you go and research the question, research what you want to know, and then when you find out the answers to your question, you go and share it with everyone else, right? I'm a married man. I'm busy. I have a lot of things to do. I'm not gonna do a video on the questions that you may have. That's not how it works. That's not how I do videos. How I do videos, I allow the Most High to come to me and let me know what I need to talk to. Most High told Moses, open your mouth and wisdom shall be given to you. He told Enoch, open your mouth and wisdom shall be given to you. I have videos I can do every hour. I have videos upon videos I can do every hour if I wanted to. Well, the Most High does not allow me to do those videos. I think I have a video to do. Next thing I know, he switched the whole thing on me. I don't do videos based on suggestions, right? I'm trying to, with all due respect, family, I love you. I do not do videos based on suggestions. Hmm? If I do a video and a sister say to me, hey, bro, listen, in Zohar, book 1, Zohar, book 2, Zohar, book 15, what you were talking about is also in there. Check it out. Bam. I love that. That sister, that brother just edified me. The nation do that all the time. I got no problem with that because I can't see everything. I don't know anything. Shoot, I don't know. Jack, you already know what time it is. You guys support me with precepts all the time. I don't know no precepts like that. I be trying to do my best. You know what I mean? But you guys are much more intelligent than me. You know all kinds of precepts. You be helping me out. I appreciate it. This is the walk we in. We here together. When the Hebrews unified, when the Hebrews are one, we reach a high level. We attain a high level of spirituality. Remember, unity equals strength. The Lord thy God is one. So therefore, if you are just like your daddy, then you are one. You are one with your daddy, and you are one with the brethren in spirit and in truth. So go ahead, research the question you have and share with us. Share with us. Be considerate of me, of my time. Be considerate of, perhaps the brother got a lot of things to do, which I do. I do. You know what I mean? I do. So I love you. Research and bring back the information. And And let's keep this pushing. Now we hear the coded psalm. In the last video, we went into the coded psalm a little bit. I demonstrated to you how you can go into Psalm 119 and you can see which one of the psalms apply, which one of the verses apply to you. Okay, watch the other video and get the breakdown, because each one of those verses would apply to you according to your birth month, according to your planetary alignment, according to the tarot, according to all types of things. Most I have something to tell you. Me, my planet, my zodiac, quote unquote, zodiac sign is Pisces, right? The whole point for us, we transcend all of that. We are a little part of everything. I'm a little part of I'm Pisces. I'm Libra. I'm Cancer. We gotta transcend all these attributes or whatever. There's a reason why, family. There's a reason why we got to transcend this. I wasn't going to go there. But since we're here to learn, then let me take you there so we can learn. You see, part two will begin in a second. Let's deviate. Let's deviate. We go to the Talmud. This is about page 785 in this big book right here. We are in this book right here. Okay, the book of legends, the Sefer HaAgadah. This is about page 70. This is the reason why we have to transcend zodiac signs and all kinds of stuff. It's nice that I was born a Pisces because there are certain qualities that I have that comes in handy to be able to do what I do on YouTube. There are certain qualities that I have in my personal life that aligns with my who I am as a man and my personality type. I needed to be this way. I needed to fall under this influence of the Mazorov. Okay, I may be jacking this up now. Okay, I'm no expert in this at all, at all. I'm no expert in Mazorov. I'm no expert in the constellations. I'm no expert in none of the stuff. I have never looked these things up in my life. Never, never, never. Okay, my sister Gina Paul be helping me here and there, and she's been a great help in this information. My wife have been an amazing help to me. I know nothing about star alignments, none of that. That's not my expertise. So we go forward. This is why we have to go beyond. Okay, astrology. Okay, astronomy is of the Most High, not astrology. But watch this. Watch this. Now everything affects everything. But watch this. This is why you have to go beyond that. Watch this. Number two. The planetary influence gives wisdom. Okay, the planetary influence gives wisdom. Number one, the planetary influence gives wealth. And you can go ahead and expand on that on your own and see how it gives wisdom, how it gives wealth. And Yasharallah stands under planetary influence. So we can infer, right? We're not going to assume, we're going to infer. When you infer, when you make an inference, you make a decision, okay, based on the evidence presented to you. So what is the inference? The inference is this. Since Yasharallah stands under planetary influence, then Yasharallah can obtain wealth and wisdom from the planetary influence. Why? Because you stand under them. So that's a surety that can happen to you. But what else is there? Yasharala is free from planetary influence. Oh, hold up. What is this about? You see that right there? You are free from planetary influence, even though you stand under planetary influence. You are free from planetary influence. You are free from your zodiac sign. You are free from being a Cancer, a Leo, a Capricorn. You are free from the war that was going on in the stars, which the Most High allowed to happen. You are free from planetary influence. Yes, our story is written in the stars, according to all the videos the big homie been doing. There is a story being told about Yasharallah in the stars, indeed. But you are not subjected to planetary influence. You are free, liberated from planetary influence. Okay, let's keep pushing. How do we know Yasharala is free from planetary influence is this. Thus says the mighty one, learn not the way of the nations, learn not the way of the nations, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for only the nations need be dismayed by the signs of heaven. You see that right there? Learn not the way of the nations. The nations are afraid. They know what's happening in the signs of the heavens and they are dismayed. The nations rely on zodiac signs. The nations rely on all types of things that the nation come up with. Most I says, don't be like them. You are not like them. Do not learn their ways. Come out of them. Why? Because you are free from planetary influence. Why are you free from planetary influence? Let's keep reading. Learn not the way of the nations. Remember, you stand under planetary influence, but you are free from that. Remember, you are in the world, but you are not of the world. So whatever is in the world cannot hold you hostage. It is the matrix. It is what's the word I'm looking for? It is not real. It is false evidence appearing real. So whatever is going on is false evidence appearing real. It cannot hold you hostage. You are free from that. Do you know this to be true? You got to know certain facts about yourself. You got to know certain things about yourself to be able to walk from certain things. Just like if you are in a relationship and your husband is abusive or your wife is verbally abusive, your husband is physically abusive. Do you know you have the right to walk away? You gotta have the confidence to be like, hey, listen, I can't put up with this any longer. I've tried my best. I've tried my best. Maybe it's time to walk away. And you actually have the power, have the right, have the faculties to walk away from that relationship because you don't have to give your life for it. You don't have to die because somebody's punching you in your gut. You don't gotta put up with none of that stuff. You are here as a child of light from your father. This is no fairy tale. This is real talk. Okay, we can go on and on and on and on. I've talked about those things, man, in my earlier videos when I first started this channel. But you can make a decision and do certain things and walk away from certain things, open certain doors and close certain doors. So let's go. Let's keep pushing. The nations are to be dismayed, not you. So the master of the universe says, learn not the way of the nations. The nations need to be dismayed, not Yasharala. Not Yasharala. You are free from planetary influence. Judah said, how do we know that Yasharala is free from planetary influence? Because the master of the universe in Genesis 15, verse 5 says this. The master of the universe brought Israel, Yasharala, forth, brought him forth beyond heaven's planet. So this is why. If you have been following my channel, from day one, you hear this. You are not from out of the root nations of this earth. This is the reason why. Because you are from beyond the planets. You are a selective spiritual breed. You were created from beyond the planets. You were created in the kingdom of lights. If you were if you originated from beyond the planets, if you originated from beyond these planets that you can see in the sky, where are you from? You from some other place. Well, if you are from some other place, then you cannot be bound by the laws of this planet. Okay? You are not bound by the laws of this planet. No, you live on this planet. You must learn the laws of this planet. You must harmonize yourself with this planet, but you are beyond this planet. This is what the Most High told Yatzikad, whom you used to know as Adam, to subdue the earth, subdue everything, subdue the left, subdue the right, name every animal. He gave him the mental capacity to subdue everything because he's from beyond this planet. So nothing in this planet can hold you hostage. You are free from these planets influences. You are free from the planet influences, right? You are here. The earthly mother gave you your body, your bones, your blood. Your bone is as the rocks, your blood is as the water. The earthly mother birthed you. So you have to learn her ways. You have to learn botany. You have to learn the laws of nature so you can be able to master them, so you can become a uga, so you can become a mambo, so you can become a high priest, so you can become a high priestess. This is what a uga is a master. What's the name? What's the European name they give it? I did a video a while ago. What's the name? What's the word I'm looking for, Father? Help me out. Um, alchemist. A Ugon, thank you, Father. A Ugon is a master alchemist. Thank you, Shekinah. A Ugon is a master alchemist. It is someone that has learned natural laws and mastered them, has learned spiritual laws and mastered them, and harmonized the two to bring forth solutions to problems or to bring some problems too when problems is needed to be brought. Some people need to get tested sometimes because they run their mouth, they do things that are not right, and you need to be tested. You need to be brought, some problems need to be brought to your shores so you know how to behave yourself. You need to know what time it is. That is why the Ugon. Ugon is a spiritual master. A Mambo is a spiritual master. A lot of these people were actually born with this gift. It was passed from one family to the next. It's in their DNA, it's in the blood. They probably don't even know it sometimes, but it has to be honed, it has to be developed. And when it's developed, they become masters. Just like Adam was the first Ugan, Eve was the first Mambo, and you have several Ugans and Mambos. You have Jethro was a master Ugan. He taught Moses. Zipporah, Jethro's daughter, was a Mambo, and she taught Moses. She wedded Moses. Okay, we're gonna go further into that. In the Haitian voodoo, Jethro is Petro. Jethro came from Pit. It's the same name as Petro. We're not going to get into none of that. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it is what it is. So, we keep going. Master of the universe. Okay? Now, the Most High brought Yasharala forth from beyond heaven's planets. This is why you are free from these planets. Planetary influence. Okay, so you're not stuck to anything. So let's keep going. This is going to get very interesting. When Abraham stated before the Holy One, Master of the universe, there is somebody who's going to be born in my house. This one is going to be my heir. Genesis 15:3. The Holy One replied to Abraham, he said to him, who told you this? Not so. Thine heir will be he that shall come forth out of thy own bowels. Abraham, my son, my friend. No, man. Your heir will be your son. You're going to have a son. He's going to be the inheritor of all you receive. Abraham spoke up. He says, Master of the universe, I gazed into what my planet bodes. I gazed into my planetary systems. And I found out when I gazed into the planets that I'm not supposed to beget a child. The Holy One said to Abraham, give up gazing at planets. What you talking about? Yasharala is free from planetary influence. Even though your planets may tell you this, I can do what I want to do. You're not bound by whatever you see here. Hmm? Abraham needed to have esoteric wisdom from the Messiah. He didn't have it yet. You understand? Mosiah says, look, give up planetary influence. Okay? And Mosiah told Abraham, furthermore, you're going to have a child by this time next year. You know how the story goes. Okay? So, I got some more things at the bottom here. It's very interesting read. You could read that. I may have spoken about this already, but it's okay. It's okay. If I have, then you're hearing it a second time. I said it to make a point. So let's go back to the book. Let's go to part number 2 of this video so you can get further understanding. In this section of the video, we're going to focus on the number 22 and the number 72, mostly 72. We're going to focus on number 72. Okay? So we start from this bottom here, page 191, and we begin. There are 72 divisions of the Hebrew astronomical systems. Okay? I read this in the last video. 72 divisions of the Hebrew astronomical system. 6 by 12. And there are as many princes or leaders of the 12 tribes. Okay? 6 to each tribe. 6 angels to each of the tribe. 6 times 12 is 72. This is what it's talking about. And I said you got to know which angel goes to your chart, to your tribe. When you can make contact with these angels if you want, by knowing their number, their position on the chart, and by knowing what tribe they cover. Okay? Give me a second. All right? You can know and communicate, you can approach or invoke those entities by knowing who they are. Okay? In the Gospel of Luke 10 and 1 and 10 and 7, Yahweh Shai attributed with 72 followers. Okay, well, we know now he had way more than that. He had at least 121 followers. But in the Gospel of Luke, they say he had 72 just to make the point of the 72. Okay, he was attributed with 72 followers. And the book of Exodus mentions 72 elders of whom Moses gave secret teachings. Okay, family, we're going to get into something. Before we go here, let me finish reading this because I'm going to deviate on Moses. Moses gave secret teachings to 72 elders. The book of Jasher recorded that 72 elders were instructed into the secret in the Torah after Ezra and his scribes wrote the Torah. The book of Jasher was called Jasher the Upright. The book of Jasher, or Jasher the Upright, is actually the original and condensed version of the book of Genesis. Jasher the Upright, which you know as the book of Jasher, is actually the original and condensed version of the book of Genesis. Okay? I like to repeat things in the video so it can stick. And the church today has difficulty explaining why. Why? A title often in use for Genesis in old Bibles. So the book of Jasher, Jasher the Upright, in the old Bibles was in place of Genesis. It wasn't Genesis, Exodus. It was Jasher the Upright, Exodus. That's the order. It was Jasher the Upright. It was not Genesis. And the church of today has difficulty explaining why this title, which was in use back then, is no longer in use today. And they also have problems explaining why the description of the establishment of the priesthood under Ezra appeared in chapter 21 of the book of Jasher. Okay? And that was perhaps why they suppressed, they removed perhaps the reason why the book was later suppressed. Okay? Now, this I didn't know. Perhaps you didn't know. So all praises to the Most High for new information. Now, I put no here because this guy, you gotta watch out how you read things. Every time somebody starts with probably, they're guessing. So go ahead with that. Okay? Probably the fascination in the number 72 originated in Egypt when Seth led a group of conspirators to plot and kill his brother Osiris. No, that's not where it originated. Okay? 72 did not originate from there. 72 originated, before we go, let's reread something. Moses gave secret teaching to 72 elders. So 72 originated from the Most High. 72 originated from the 72nd name, 72 names of the Most High, which there are 72 angels on the right side. There are 72 angels on the left side. Under each of these angels, each of these angels are a leader. Under each of these angels are categories of angels who have different responsibilities, who respond to any type of problem you have. Okay, by the order of the chief angel, okay, the keeper of that gate, the keeper of that portal has millions of angels under him or under her, and they will you can invoke the highest, okay, and the highest will tell the angel, go ahead and see my son, see my daughter, and make sure you do as I have told you to do. Go to them in peace, return in peace, so on and so forth. The 72 came from the Most High. We know this. See, but Gentiles, when they write our records, they don't have the Shekinah light of the seraphim. They don't have the Holy Spirit, so they write from their carnal point of view. So let's go into this Kabbalah Haggadah Pesach decoded book. Let's get the drop on the 72 name. Page 78. Okay? Yasharala. Okay, you can read the part in the on the top, right? I was supposed to do this with you guys during the Passover. This part right here, I didn't do it, so don't worry about it. Let's go out here. From the time of creation, the staff of Moses was charged, okay, was infused, was filled with the power of the light force of the Creator, the Master of the universe. Okay? Not when he received it from the Most High. No, this staff that the Most High gave Moses was already prepared for Moses. Moses says, I have prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies, right? I have prepared a table for you. Let's get that. I have prepared a place for you, John 14 and 3. And if I go, hold up, no, that's not it. Forgive me. Hold up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Psalm 23 and 5. Psalm 23 and 5. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Hallelujah. The Most I have already prepared Moses' staff from the time of creation, and he infused it with power, with the life force. Engraved on the staff of Moses were the 72 names of the Master of the universe. Okay? Each six of these names go with one tribe of the children of Yasharallah. Six for Judah, six for Simeon, six for Gad, six for Ephraim, six for this, six for that. In addition to the 72 names of the Most High, the staff of Moses was engraved also with the 42-letter name of the Most High, the Ana, Bekoak, Gadulat Yimnika, Tatir Surura, Kaber Rana, Hamka Sakvenu, Taharenu Nora, Nagibo Dorshe Kudeka, Kebabat Shamram, Baharim Taharim, Rakamen Siskateka, Tamid Gambram, Hasin Karosh, Berov Tufka, Nahela Teka, Hahid Gahile Amnekapne, Zokri Kedusha Teka, Shavatenu Kaber Ushma, Sa Akatenu, Yodea Taalomot, Baruch Shem Kivot, Markuto Leoram Vaet. This is the Yiddish Hebrew, modern day Hebrew, 42 letter name of the Most High, the Anabe Korach that I just recited to you from the top, from the top, was not reading this anywhere. The Most High gave me a spirit to learn it. My son learned it. My daughter learned it. My wife learned it. And you are learning it. This is a technology of consciousness, a very powerful name to open and close doors, to heal, to do certain things. Oh, listen, let's read. Do your own research. I've already brought out all the videos. I have way more information to bring out. Family, sit tight. There are so much more information to bring on the Anabi Koach. It's no joke. It's no joke. And in the word Anabi Koach, remember yesterday we covered the Arcana. Arc, the seraphim provides the proper arc, and Anna in the word Arcana. Arcana. You understand? Okay? And you have the city of Anaway, the city of Anaway in the book of the remembrance. And in the Bible, you have a city called Anathoth. There is an Anathoth. Thoth for Enoch, Anna from the Anabe Koach. So that means Enoch also had the Anabe Koach prayer in his possession, the 42 powerful letter name of the Most High, Anathoth city in the Bible. Look it up, you will find it. On the staff of Moses were engraved 72 names plus 42 names of the Most High, the Anabe Koach, a technology Moses used to achieve all the miracles in Egypt, as well as the splitting of the Red Sea. The 72 names of God, remember now, remember that the sea saw Judah and fled. Musa told Moses, tell them to get into the sea. They're going, Judah, one of the children of Judah, one of the one of the members of the tribe of Judah stepped to the sea, and the sea started to rescind, and Moses probably came after him and boom, 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 did his thing with the staff. The 72 names of God in the Anabe Koach are Kabbalistic tools that assist us to rise above the influence of the laws of nature and to overpower them. Let me give you an example. Over a year ago, I did a video on the walls of Jericho. Remember, the priests in Joshua told the priest to walk around the wall 7 times. Remember, there are 7 lines on the Anabe Koach prayer. They had to walk around. Let me get it. Let me read it. Let me get it from the top. If I make a mistake, if I miss a little thing here and there, you could go ahead and fill in the blanks. I already did the video. Go watch the video. Please don't judge me. Don't judge me. Joshua was given the job from the Most High to walk around the city 7 times. The soldiers in the back, the priests in the middle, and the musicians in the front. Walk around 7 times and chant. But on the 7th time, they have to, everybody, say something very, very loudly. When they were walking around 7 times, each time they walked around, they were reciting the Anna Bekoach prayer. Joshua and the wall of Jericho. I have to get it. Joshua, the leader of the of Yasharallah, okay, he was in charge of that group. We're in the book of Joshua, son of Nun. Joshua, son of Nun, had to march around the city once with all the armed men, and he had to do this for 6 days. He had to walk around the city with all the soldiers. He had to do this for 6 days. And he had to have 7 priests to carry seven trumpets of ram's horns. 7 priests, 6 days, that's 42. He walked around the city once for 6 days. Each day, 1 time. 7 priests, 7 times 6, 42. Hence, 42 letter name of God, the Anabe Koach, with the ram's horn. In front of the ark, on the 7th day, they have to march around the city 7 times. 7 times? march around the city on the seventh day, they had to make it, they had to seven themselves marching around the city with the priests blowing the trumpets. Moses told Joshua, when you hear, and Joshua told the people, when you hear the priest sound a long blast with the ram's horns, okay? When you hear them sound a long blast with the ram's horns on the trumpets, Moses told Joshua to have the whole army give a loud shout. That's on the seventh day. Have the army give a loud shout. Then the wall of the city will collapse. When you give a loud shout on the seventh day, then the wall of the city will collapse and the army will go up and everybody will go in and set it off on the giants that was beyond the wall, and you will conquer the city. Family, we are going to uncover a slight, a slight lie in the Anabe. Watch this. Let me bring some light on the Anabe. The Holy Spirit gave this to me about a month ago. In Joshua 6, verse 2 through 5, the Most High says to Joshua, on the seventh day, march around the city 7 times. Remember, the Anabe prayer has 7 lines. On the seventh day, march 7 times. Furthermore, when you hear them sound a long blast on the trumpets, everybody got to give a loud shout, and the city wall will collapse. In the Anabe prayer, you are told to read the 7 lines by 6. That's the 42. But when you get to the Baruch Shem Kivot Markuto Leolam Vaet, they tell you to whisper it. Well, that is a lie from the pits of hell, because the Most High told Joshua to shout the name. Shout Baruch Shem Kivot Markuto Leolam Vaet. Shout. Don't whisper it. Shout the name. Baruch Shem Kivot Markuto Leolam Vaet must not be whispered in the Anabe prayer. It must be said by shouting. This is the reason why the wall came down. You shout the name of God with power, with faith, with reverence, and the walls of Jericho will come down in your life. Sometimes the only thing you got to do is to shout the name of God one good time, and all the walls come tumbling down. You ain't got time to whisper the name of God when you're in trouble. Help me, Father. You got to shout the name of God with power so them demons can run away. Remember, in Psalm 119, I told you yesterday, in Psalm 119, that's some gypsy sisters right there. In Psalm 119, shout out to Lauren, shout out to Gina Paul, Princess Lily, shout out to all of you sisters. Let me take you in Psalm 119, the first one. Psalm 119, Aleph. Let's go to Aleph. Let me tell you when to whisper. You don't whisper the name of God every time. No, you gotta put power. This is a name of power. This is not a name to whisper. This is the name of power. Psalm 119, Aleph. When you go to Psalm 119, when you go to the first verse, this verse is to be whispered, to be spoken softly, with someone who have Parkinson's disease, who's shaking and quivering. Aleph is so powerful, you cannot say this loud on somebody who's already shaking. You got to say it very soft with an even voice. This is when you whisper the name of God. Not when you're facing an obstacle. The people of Jericho, the children of Yasharallah, when they came to that wall need to come down. They had to invoke the name of God with power, and they did it. So the Anabe Kowak says, when you get to the Baruch, Shem Kivot Markuto Leodon Vayet, you have to whisper it. That's a lie. Do not whisper it. You got to say it loud. You got to say it proud. Make your daddy proud of you by having the Shekinah light to see the lies where the lies are implanted. They give you the truth, but they throw a bone, not a bone. We love bones. Okay? We love the meat, we love the bones because we were dead bones in the valley. They throw an obstacle in the truth to sidetrack you. So you'll never get the true power of the prayer. Shout the name of God. Most High says, come into my gates with shouts, with thanksgiving and with praise. Don't come into my gates whispering nothing. Most High, He whispers to you in the stillness. He whispers. Sometimes you got to shout. Okay, so now let's go further, family. That was a holy writ. All right, now we're back on track. The 72 names of God in the Anabe Korach are Kabbalistic tools that assist us, you and I, to rise above the influence of the laws of nature, to master them, to rise above them, to not be subjected to the, you know what I'm saying? And to overpower them. Okay? To overpower them. This is what the Ugans, the Mambos, the spiritual masters, the Druids, the alchemists, this is what they do. They master, overpower the laws of nature, create medicines, cast out demons, subdue demons. This is what they do. Jethro, okay, you may have already known this, but let's read it. Jethro, the priest of Midian, son of Abraham by Keturah, Jethro, priest of Midian, knew that the staff of Moses possessed tremendous spiritual powers, and Jethro offered a lot of money. In addition to offering the money, Jethro offered the hand of his daughter Zipporah or Tifra. You already know the video. He offered the hand of Zipporah in marriage, his daughter, to anybody, to anyone who could dislodge the sword of Moses from the ground. When Moses came to the house of Jethro, Moses pulled the staff out from the ground, releasing it to its rightful owner. So this is the Excalibur, King Arthur. So Jethro built his house around the dolmen that the sword was lodged into. Jethro just built his house around it, and he was paying money to a lot of people, just like they show you in the movies. Anybody who can come and pull out the sword, because Jethro wanted that power. But Jethro was not ordained to have that power. From the word Jethro come the word Petro in voodoo, where there are myriads of spirits that come from that line. You have Rada, you have Petro or Jethro. That's all I'm going to say about that. Jethro was a massive Ugan, and Zipporah was a massive Mambo. Moses came through. Jethro knew exactly who he was. And Moses came in there and pulled out Excalibur, and Moses became who Moses was. And Moses says, I'm going to go look for the power. After Moses was taught by Zipporah and by the Ugan Jethro, Moses says, I'm going to go to the source and look for this power. Even if it kills me, this is the walk you got to take, family. You got to take a walk alone with the Most High. You got to walk alone with the Most High sometimes. You got to go places that people are not willing to go. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to look at you sideways. But you got to be willing to go forward with the Most High. The Most High will never lead you astray. The deeper you go, the deeper you get into it with the Father, the closer you come with Him. the better it is for you. We go back to our book. Oh, 72 elders to whom Moses gave secret teachings. Forgive me. We cannot return to this book yet. We got to deviate to another book. We got to go to the Holy Kabbalah. We got to go now to the Holy Kabbalah. The Holy Kabbalah hanging out with my bonsai tree right there. We got to go to the Holy Kabbalah, page 303 plus. According to this chapter, Moses was married to the Shekinah. Moses got into a Shekinah nuptial or situation. He got into a he got wedded. Okay, he got wed with the Shekinah. Okay? And when Moses was born, Moses was not born of men and women's blood. The Shekinah reposed on the nuptial bed of his parents. He was therefore born, not of blood. Moses did not come from a man per se. There was not a man who injected his semen into a woman. No, that's not how Moses was born. Not according to this record. Moses, according to the Zohar, the story of Moses began with a mystery. There arose not a prophet since in Yasharala like unto Moses, was not in his conception after the manner of men who preceded or those who came after him. No, his conception was not like the order of men. His conception was unto like Yahweh. Okay? Moses, man of the house of Levi, okay, was born different, or was born just like Yahweh was born. Okay? Let's see. I will therefore say only that his parents, the men of the house of Levi, and she who was a daughter of Levi, had their hearts uplifted unto her, who is called the Shekinah. The daughter of Levi had, okay, the men and the daughter of the house of Levi had their hearts uplifted unto the Shekinah, unto her, capital H, unto her who is called the Shekinah. At the time of that union, it is stated, the woman of the house of Levi conceived and bare a son. The consequence of this was that the Shekinah reposed on the nuptial bed of his parents. The Shekinah reposed. Repose definition is lie, recline, lay, set. The Shekinah laid, reclined, set, rested on the nuptial bed of Moses' parents. Moses was therefore born not of blood, not of blood, not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of men, merely of the will of the Most High, meaning there was no sexual activities involved in Moses' conception. Here is some other information that you perhaps didn't know, and I didn't know it. All praises to the Most High. Even from the day of his birth, the Shekinah never left Moses. This is why he says, there arose not a prophet in Israel since like unto Moses. Okay? The Shekinah never left Moses. Okay? He ascended into that region where she is said to extend her wings. He did fly upon the wings of the wind, the lawgiver, affirmed to have been the first man to attain perfection, even as Messiah will be the last man to attain perfection. Okay? And it further says that Zipporah and Moses they cohabitated. that the children Gershon and Eliezer were not even Moses' children. It is probably an arbitrary inference. What is an arbitrary inference? An arbitrary inference is the process of drawing a conclusion without sufficient evidence. An inference is a decision reached on the basis of evidence, just like I already explained to you. But an arbitrary inference, you about to say something, make a conclusion, but you don't have sufficient evidence. So what this guy says here, arbitrary evidence, he's making a statement without evidence. You can read that yourself. We're not going to get into that. Moses, the lawgiver, attained the degree of Bina. Remember, there are 50 gates. He attained the degree of Bina, but not of Hokmah. Hokmah, okay? Hokmah, Bina, father, mother, Da'at, offspring. He obtained or attained the degree of Bina, but not that of Hokmah. In other words, he did not open the 50th gate of understanding. There are 50 gates of Bina, okay? So when we were in this book, and I did not want to read it to you because I didn't want to be half-assed with the information. Over here on top, we read there are 50 gates of levels of negativity, and they actually reach the 49th gate of impurity. You, the children of Yasharallah, who have returned from the wilderness to finish the work that you started back then, you did not have a strong enough connection with the Shekinah when you were in the wilderness because you were deep in your own negativity that you picked up from Babylon, from Mitzrayim, from Egypt. You did not have a strong enough connection. Why? Because you just came out of captivity. You had to learn the ways of the Most High. Meanwhile, there were 50 gates of levels of negativity hovering over you. You were so jacked up. You were so messed up, so backward. You reached 49 gates. You reached 49 gates of impurity. What would have happened had you reached the 50th gate? Let's read about it. Had the children of Yasharallah reached the 50th gate of negativity, there would have been no turning back. You could not have been reincarnated today. You would not have an opportunity to change and to transform anything within yourself in this present lifetime. You would not have had the opportunity to return. You, okay, Yasharal had reached, if you had reached the 50th gate of negativity, you would have been done for forever. Your opportunity for change, for repentance, for holiness, for righteousness, your opportunity to ascend and grow up and to transform yourself, to renew, regenerate in your present lifetime right now would have vanished away. You would have been just like a Gentile. You would have been no more. Because the Israelites did not really merit the exodus from Egypt. Oh, hold up. You thought you merited the exodus from Egypt now, didn't you? Oh, hold up. You did not merit the exodus from Egypt. I'm going to get into that a little further. Watch this. Because the Israelites, the Yasharalites, did not, the divine diaspora, did not really merit the exodus from Mitzrayim. The Yasharalites had an opportunity during the 49 days of Pesach. We had 49 days to get ready for Passover. You have an opportunity during those 49 days to work on yourself spiritually and to cleanse each gate of negativity. Why? Because you reach 49 gates of impurity, 1 day for each gate, 49 days to 49 gates. Each of those 49 days would erase, would reverse, would regress, would change, would transform the 49 days of negativity that you reach in the desert, in the wilderness, and then you would have a clean state, clean slate. 49 gates of Pesach, 49 days of Pesach, 49 days of Passover to work on yourself spiritually and to clean yourselves, to cleanse each gate of negativity in preparation for receiving immortality at Mount Sinai, which you achieved. The children of Yasharallah did the work at Mount Sinai. We actually cleaned ourselves. 49 days, we fasted, purified ourselves, and we actually reached immortality state at Mount Sinai. Hence, why you hear me say to you, you are an immortal mortal. You are an immortal mortal. You reach immortality. This is why you have returned from the wilderness to finish the work. 50 gates of negativity, and Moses reached also in the Holy Kabbalah 49 gates of Bina and not that of Hokmah. Moses reached 49 gates of Bina and not that of Hokmah. Okay? And not that of Hokmah. Okay? Where was I? Okay? He reached attained the degree of Bina, not that of Hokmah. In other words, he did not open the 58 gate. He reached 49 gate of understanding, which gives open the path of Dalet. Dalet is a door, is a portal. This is why in the couple of videos I did, we went in the word hey. Hey is the formation of two words, two Hebrew words, yod and Dalet. And there is a space, there is a space, there is a space. Okay, we're gonna get into this book, Rhoda Mundi, sent to me by Princess Lily. The letter hey, the letter hey, the letter hey, all right, in Hebrew, images. Okay, this right here, this right here is yod. This is yod. This is dalet. Dalet connecting the upper realm and the higher realm. This is why like this. The top is the upper world. The bottom part is Malkut, the lower world, and this is Yod. Every time Yod is added to another word, it denotes the future. Moses. So the window here is your window of opportunity to repent. This is why it's left there for you to return. Okay, for you to return. Moses did not reach the 50th gate. He reached the 49th gate of understanding, which gives open the path of Dalet, leading from Bina to Hokmah. Okay, so let's get the visual. Let's get the visual. Let's go to the Kabbalistic chart. Let's go here. Let's get it. So he reached 49 gates of Bina, not 49 gates of Hokmah. There are 50 gates of Bina. Okay, he reached 49 gates. Hokmah and Bina leads to knowledge. Da'at leads to Da'at, leads to knowledge. You know, the Most I can't give him everything. Got to keep something from him. Can't give him everything. Give him all the drop. Nah, you get something. You get a little something, Moses. You know what I'm saying? All right. So he reached the 58th gate of understanding. Did not open the 50th gate, which gives open the path of Dalet, leading from Bina to Hokmah in the tree of life. Okay, Dalet is a door, is a gate, is a portal get up tears, a window of opportunity for repentance, connect to Hokmah, connect to Bana, which is Pluto, which is Da'at, okay, which is Dalet, leads to Dalet, okay, leads to Da'at, okay, leads to 13, Highway 13, leads to the rose, okay, the 12 leaves on the rose with the stem. Dalet leads to Da'at, which is a doorway to knowledge, the tree of knowledge, the tree of life, the Garden of Eden, the tree of Gnosis. See that right there? Get that knowledge from the tree of knowledge. But don't get it from the left hand without the authority from the right side. This is what happened to Adam and Eve. They went ahead of themselves. They did not listen to the Father in time to receive the information. Sometimes you got to take your time for the elevation. You cannot climb. You have to take one step at a time on the ladder. When you are climbing a ladder, it's one step at a time. If you try to go 2 steps at a time, 3 steps at a time, 4 steps at a time, you will trip over yourself and you might even break your neck. Okay, Moses revealed the secrets to 72 elders. So let's get it here. The title of Moses was that he kept the secret law secretly, transmitting the law only to the elect. Hence, the 72. Moses transmitted the secrets only to the elect. He transmitted the Torah, the Bible of Bibles of the Gypsies, of the Atlanteans, the Egyptians. He transmitted that only to the elect secretly. He kept the secret law secretly. He only gave it to the chosen, the few among the many. Transmitted it only to the elect, and that he made it public. He made public the exoteric law. Moses only made public the exoteric law, which does not contain the mystery of faith. The exoteric is just the dress. The woman who wears the dress is way more than what she wears. There are more to her than her makeup. There's way more to her than her wig. There's way more to her than her long eyelashes. There's way more to her than her pretty nails. That's the exoteric aspect of that woman. And for you to know the esoteric part of her, you actually have to get into a relationship somehow, either a friendship relationship or either a different type, intimate type of relationship, a more personal relationship, for the woman to reveal her gates, her 50 gates to you. She will reveal her gates. She will reveal herself so you can get to know her esoteric aspect. Most such is the law. The law is exo and is exo and eso. The exoteric law was made public, just like Ezra. Mosai told Ezra, save the 70 last. The other ones that you already have written, give it out to everybody. The clean, the unclean may read everything, but the 70 which you have saved for last, keep it. Only for the wise among them, Moses followed the same thing. Okay? The esoteric was only given, kept secret, and given to the elect. Okay? And this is why Moses was called the elder son of Adam, the elder son of Yatzikad. The intention of the law, the esoteric law, the secret law of faith, the mystery of faith, the intention of the law was to place the children of Yasharallah under the domination of the tree of life, which means that there would have been no mysteries of law in this aspect. Being the spouse of the Most High, the master of the universe, therefore, it is the Shekinah herself, the mystery of faith, compounded. Had you, the original intent of the law was to do what? To put you under domination of the tree of life. And once you were, when you had domination, when you were fully mature in your faith, there would have been no mysteries between you and the Most High. There would have been no need for the Most High to reveal a mystery or to send a ministering angel. You would have had that direct connection, just like Yatzikad, whom you used to know as Adam, just like he had in the Garden of Eden in paradise. He had that direct connection, and when he fell off from under the domination of the tree of life, he was cut off from the Zerapin, from the Arik Apain. He needed to be taught by his wife, Naba, because he started to forget the precepts of the tree of life. When he left that middle column, the yellow, he left the horizon of eternity. He could no longer behold the splendor of Zion. He had to be taught all the Sephiros. He had to connect back to all the portals on the tree of life. He no longer had dominance. He had dominance when he returned back to Eden. This is why you are receiving the Kabbalah again. So you can abide under the shadow of the Almighty, under the tree of life. So you can have dominance. So there would be no need for mysteries to be revealed to you. You would have the mysteries already revealed to you. There would have been no need for mysteries. So I wanted to take you here. Okay, now let's continue. Forgive me. We have to deviate. We have to connect the dots the best way we can. Now we continue in the mystery of the Bible book. We go to this page, the 72. Let me see. The quoted psalm. We're over here in page 192. We know that Moses gave the secret teaching to the elect, which were the 72 elders. We know that the book of Jasher was originally the book of Genesis. Okay? All right. And it was called Jasher the Upright. We shut down this lie. We brought light into the Anabe Korak. The last lines, Baruch Shem Kivot Makuto Leolam Vayet, should not be whispered. It should be said loudly with power. We brought light to Jethro and Excalibur, how Moses was destined for that position that he had from the Most High, because the Most High had infused the staff of Moses with power since the day of creation, which also tells me he did not receive the staff on the mountain when he went to meet up the Most High. Nah, that's just Hollywood gibberish. That's not where it was. It was in the house of Jethro where he kept it safe until Moses came through. There you go. And we continue. So what I wanted to tell you is to this right here. Each Ezra subsequently structured the peculiar code of 72 separate words or 72 words or names into the book of Exodus. Okay? The 72 name of the Most High is also in the book of Exodus. Okay, that is a mystery or also a secret in the Bible waiting to be unlocked. I believe I have some information on that from a year ago. I have to go maybe for more than a year ago. I have this information. I have to go and research it again. So the 72 name of God is also in the book of Exodus. Forgive me. Each of the 22 stanzas of Psalm 119 records within itself a subtle but distinct symbolical reference to each of the 22 major arcana cards. Each of the 22 sections of Psalm 119 with the Aleph Bet goes perfectly with the 22 major arcana cards on coming from the book of Thoth, which is the Bible of the Gypsies, the Bible of Bibles, but not in numerical value. Why? Because the 22 arcanas work on a sequence of equidistant skips of two cards. They were not designed to run alphabetically like the Hebrew Aleph Beets. Thus, the author of Psalm 119, which is Ezra, revealed but concealed. See that right there? The direct connection. You can see it, but it's not easily seen. He revealed it, but concealed that with the other 56. It is revealed and concealed. It is there, but it's not in alphabetical order. When you look at it from one card, you can see it. When you look at it from Psalm 119, you kind of see it, but you don't really see it unless you arrange properly the zero card, the full card, the floating card, the madman card. Okay? Revealed but concealed. Each of the 22 stanzas contain a distinctive clue that directly associate each stanza with a major aspect of the symbol on the face of each tarot card. Okay? For example, in Psalm 119, verse 14, there is a reference that it makes a reference to a lamp guiding my feet. Psalm 119, verse 14. Let's read Psalm 119, verse 14. Psalm 119, you see, verse 14. Let's go there. It says, Psalm 119 and 14. See, hold up. That's bet. Oh, let me see. Psalm 119. Hold up. Psalm 119. It says 14 makes reference to a lamp. God on my feet. Let me see. Oh, verse 14. Let me see. Huh? Okay, which is. Mm-hmm. Give me a second. Let me go back here. Let me see something. Take the whole sum. Okay, 721, 720. So where is this at? Psalm 119. Where is it? Where is this verse at? Uh, a lamp. Oh no, not Psalm 119, verse 14. No, Psalm 119. Hold up. My feet. Guide my feet. Scripture. Uh-huh. It's on Psalm 119, verse 5, 105, that says, your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path. Let me see something. Let's go to the cards. Let's go to the cards. Let's see what's on the card, on the tarot, to make the connection. Let's see what's on the tarot to make the connection. Okay, which one has a lamp? A lamp on your feet. Where are you? hmm See the fool? That's the fool card. You see how they have it? We had the guy said, I emailed, I said, why is this like this? He said, it's because the further back you go, he tried to use original cards. The further back you go, that's how the fool always look, like this. So that's why I didn't want to share this with you guys when you buy the cards. It's the disrespect to the Aleph Biets, but it is what it is, man. It's a very good deck, minus this card. So a lamp, your word is like a lamp unto my feet. Perhaps this guy, forgive me, he referenced this. Hold up, before we throw in the towel on that right there, all right, before we throw in the towel on that right there, we're gonna go and see another example. We'll come back to this. Let's see another example. Um, let's see. Psalm 119 makes reference to a lamp to guide my feet, which is directly parallel in the tower card called the hermit. The hermit who carries a lamp to light his way. So let's go back to the hermit. How come I didn't see the hermit carrying a lamp to guide his way? Let's see the hermit. That verse of Psalm 119 will go with the hermit carrying a lamp. A lamp. Where is this lamp in your hand? This is you? Shet, is this a lamp? That's not a lamp. The moon, the hermit, the hermit. Let's see. Let's look at the hermit card. The hermit tarot card. The hermit tarot card. So the hermit was always have this card. He always has a lamp. This corresponds with the verse. Your word is unto a lamp guiding my feet. This card will go with the particular verse in Psalm 119. So when you have the tarot card and you have the verse, you can make the connection with everything else that you know about the card and everything else that you know about the verse and everything else that you have. You could also bring the connection with everything. This is how you get an excellent reading by the planets. What you connect this information with the Sifra, with the Kabbalah, with the Tree of Life. You connect the information with Psalm 119 and the particular verse associated with the sign, with the card, with the hangman, with whatever it is that you're looking into. I cannot identify on this card which one is the hermit. This is it right here. Over here, see hermit. Lemite. This guy does not have a lamp. He has two crutches. Okay? He has two crutches. And that's 9. So let's go to Psalm 119, verse 9. How can a young man keep his way pure? By guarding it according to your word. With my whole heart I seek you. Okay? By guarding it according to your word. Let's see. Psalm 119, verse 9, KJV. Okay? What does it say? Psalm 119, verse 9, KJV says, where shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed according to thy word. Okay? So your word, by taking heed according to your word, that's how a young man cleanse his way. So his word is like a lamp unto the feet of the young man. So we infer based on the evidence at hand that the word of the Most High is light unto the feet of the young man. And this is how the young man is able to keep himself pure and clean, to not defile his temple, to not piss off Hashem, okay? And to also repent and return. All right, we got it, Father. Thank you for not for not giving me over to shame. All right, so this is one example, and he gives another example, and then we see the chart right here. This chart On the left, it says the 22 major tarot cards, the Egyptes pack, originally called the Book of Thoth. It has all the names of the card, the magician, the priests, the queen. This is the 22 major arcana. And in the middle section, each of these cards will go with a particular part of Psalm 119, which is right here. Psalm 119, the clue from biblical narratives from the book of Psalms 119, consisting of 22 verses. Okay, of the Aleph Biyet, the magician goes with this, Psalm 119 and 9. Some numbers 1 through 22. Okay, so 119 and 10 will go with the card magician, and it says, those who unlock the secret places, your hands for me, heart blameless. Okay, the priestess, which is a high priestess card, will go with Psalm 119 and 9. Wisdom is better than gold and silver. The queen goes with Psalm 119 and 5. Grant me life, give me life, so on and so forth. Use this chart to get a proper reading, biblical reading, esoteric reading, magical reading. When you're reading your tarot, which goes hand in hand with the Torah, okay? Just as a review of the first video, we find that the gypsies possess a Bible called the Tarot, which is the Bible of the Bibles. It is a marvelous book of immense antiquity. Okay? This Bible, the Tarot, the Gypsies Bible, the Bible of Bibles, is the basis of all the basis of secret teaching of all the ancient peoples. It is the basis of secret teaching of all the ancient peoples. Okay? The gypsies go around, profess no craft, professed no jobs, no trade. They go about in great numbers with secret books. Okay? The book of Thoth is so powerful. Its pages were inscribed with strange hieroglyphic symbols that gave whoever was acquainted with those secret hieroglyphs, them like pictographs, whoever were acquainted on how to translate them, it gave them a particular power. The symbols contain the keys to immortality, and when certain areas of your brain saw merely glanced at the symbols, just like you are told to glance on the Aramaic Zohar, when your brain scanned these light pictographs, hieroglyphic, strange symbols, your subconscious mind expanded and you were given access to a superior level of knowledge. The sister was merely watching my video and she went into a out of body experience. She went to a vision, and when she returned to the video, she was exactly where she left the video. It happened to two sisters watching two different videos. One was this one. Okay? These records were preserved. 700,000 rolls of them in fireproof parchment were preserved. The book of Thoth exists today and carries within it the synthesis of all human knowledge. All human knowledge. Only those who are you are a peculiar people, so you are those who are peculiarly fitted. Only those who are peculiarly fitted to serve the immortals may discover the priceless document if they will search and sincerely search and tirelessly search for it. The Most High says, I love the man who is himself ever seeking a lover of wisdom, a seeker of truth, the one who loves to unravel the riddle of life. There are some more things in there, but I always like to park it right there. That one, that man, that woman, that child is mine. You have to love seeking. If you want wisdom, go to him who give it liberally. Oh, hold up. I wanted to show you a book. This book was mentioned in my last video. Rhoda is the tarot. Rhoda Mundi by the Rosicrucians. I told you these people have all your records. Okay. Shout out to Princess Lily. Okay. The letter Aleph stands for ox, strong. I see ox. That's true. Man, intelligence, scintillating, equilibrium. The Elohim, creator, father, trait, sulfur, soul, life giver, associated with Kether, Hokmah. Okay. This is what you see here in this card. So, and you match that up with Psalm 119, Aleph, okay, and whatever else information that you have. Okay, this is Bet, wisdom, okay. The sphere is the sun, angel of the sun, the high priestess, okay. The Shekinah Aurora, she's the high priestess, the Shekinah, wealth, intuition, loyalty. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Shekinah was 13. Okay, that's also understanding. That's Da'at, right? Because she's on Highway 13. That's a 13th card. So you match that up with 119 and 13. You get that esoteric knowledge, and you go to the magical book of Psalms. Okay, you go to the magical book of Psalms, and you get the Psalm 119. You get the 13th letter, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is none. So, what is none? Esoterically, magically. Have you a mind to travel? Pray this division of Psalms, verses 105 to 112, which begins with the words, for thy word is a lamp to my feet. All right. This goes with the hermit card also. A few days previous to starting upon your journey, you have to say these verses. Okay? Each time after the morning and evening prayer, and you will accomplish your journey safely and you will prosper in your avocation. This is for people who wish to travel and want to have a safe travel to and fro. You recite Psalm 119, the 13th letter, none of the Hebrew Aleph Biyet. A few days before your travel, you follow the blueprint, you get your success. That easy. This is how you make it happen, okay, y'all? All praises to the master of the universe. All praises to the great I am, loving kindness, the holy great one. Okay, before we go, this is the book. Rhoda Mundi. Check out the Rosicrucians. They have all your records. They have all your records. They have a whole lot of records. Rhoda Mundi. Okay, a book that was suggested to us by the sister Lily of the Valley. Okay, go and check it out. Go and check it out. We're giving a shout out to Papa Lake Ba. Papa Lake Ba, shout out to all the angelic emissaries. We're giving a shout out to all the archangels and abiding angels, all the consoles. Yeah, man. We're giving a shout out to all our guides. Everybody. We're not leaving anyone out. We're giving a shout out to everybody. We welcome your presence. This is the time to unify the physical realm with the spiritual realm for it to become one, just as the Most High intended. For there should be no mysteries between between the Father and his children. I pray that this bless you today. This conclude our session from the secret in the Bible, the tarot, There's no Torah without Tarot. And I will see you again when the Most High says so. Yah Shalom to you. Have an amazing and a beautiful day. Shalom.